Hello everyone and welcome to morning coffee break. I hope everybody's doing great today. It is Saturday, August 23rd. I got Sunday, Monday, 3 days until my surgery. Well, after today, got Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday I got to be there. First they said 8 o'clock. Now they want me to be there at 8:30. A little bit later, and one of the reasons she said was because it would be too long. If I had my shot early, it would be too long of a time till before they do the surgery. So I don't know if it starts to wear off or something after a while. But I'm doing okay. I've been through this a lot of times, but it's just there's nothing I can do about having some anxiety, though. Nothing I can do about it. It won't. Whether I try my best not to, it doesn't matter. It hits you just whenever it wants to. It's not something you can just turn off and on, But if I hadn't had so many close calls, emergency surgeries and stuff like that, maybe I wouldn't have as much of a anxiety problem. But we'll see. I mean, everything's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm putting it in the Lord's hands. He's always with me whenever I have these surgeries and stuff. So I feel like he'll be right there again. Okay. Currently it's 70. High today's 81. I wish it'd get a little bit lower. They said we're going to get some like fall weather. Well, I'd like to see it hit anytime now. 30% chance of rain, winds at 2 miles per hour right now. Every time, like, we went to Food City, we didn't get a whole lot. I'll have a haul, but we didn't get a whole lot of stuff. But I thought there was some stuff y'all might like to see. But while we were in there, it rained obviously pretty good. Then we come home, there's not a drop here. I thought when I saw it had rained that much, you can just tell with the puddles of water and stuff around. I was saying to myself, man, my garden sure loved that. When I get home, it's not a drop out there. So maybe you'll get some. Today there will be bloopers and talking with Kitty video. Most of these, I mean, all the ones where I'm talking to Kitty, basically, I didn't know the camera. My camera, it starts recording. I don't know if it's something you do, if you like move your hand in front of it somehow or something, but it'll start recording on its own, and I don't need it or want it to be recording, and I don't realize it if I'm busy doing things around here or talking to Kitty, and then when I look at the camera, I realize it's on and I click it off. So a lot of those are when I'm talking to Kitty here, trying to get her squared away, or she's trying to get at something. She sees like I had a bag of bacon bits over here. Well, that looks like a bag of treats to her. She's right down here, under the table, laying down, right at my feet. So that looks like treats to her and stuff. But she gets excited and tries to jump over here and everything else. So I finally put them away over there on top of the microwave, so she can't get to them. Because she'll chew holes in it or something, and then it won't have a vacuum seal or whatever, where you close the thing at the top, the little Ziploc. If it's got a hole somewhere down, on the bag, it'll still get air in there and stuff will go bad. But I haven't opened it yet anyway. Once I open it, I'll put it in the fridge. So yeah, and I got to looking. I knew I had a bunch of what I call bloopers, like something happens when I'm recording or something, or I say the wrong thing, or just anything. So I put that together with talking with Kitty. And yes, I talk in like baby talk, like everybody talks to their, pets. Isn't that right, Bubba? That's right. She's such a good girl. Yeah, she's going. She went like that. She's such a good girl. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She doesn't like me to touch her paws. Say. She went, I touched it, and she went, like it pushed her paw down on me. Okay, so yeah, I think it's a real good one. Y'all check it out. See, usually when I make like the videos, like the one yesterday, what was it? Making thumbnails. Lots of times I just put music to them, and this time I decided to just let it roll. There was, because I'd be mumbling stuff or talking in them, and there was parts that I wasn't talking, but I thought it was more interesting with the sounds from the bags you put it, when I'm showing something like for a thumbnail or whatever. I just thought the regular sound actually sounded better. I watched it, the whole thing, before I uploaded it. But the bloopers one, it didn't need music to either, because I'm talking to Kitty, and that would just ruin it. So definitely check it out. I think you'll like it. What's for dinner? When we were at Food City yesterday, we got one of those huge, y'all have seen them before, family subs. We were looking at the sandwiches again, but they're $6.49 each. So you buy 3 of them, and that's like $20 almost. So the family subs are only $9.99, and they're so big that we make 2 meals out of them. So we had it last night, and we're going to finish it tonight. We had some salads with it last night, potato salad, and I think had some pea salad. Didn't have much potato salad though. I got a small one. But anyway, we had plenty. But might just have chips or something with it tonight. Those are really good. The last one, I didn't realize what was. I knew it looked. I thought it was pepperoni on it. Turned out there was pepperoni on it, big pieces. And there was also cotto salami or something. And I never have been much for pepperoni and salami, especially both on a sandwich. So I ended up, on mine, I ended up taking that off. And Logan wanted it, I put it on his. And then I put me some different meat on mine from lunch meat we had. This one, I'm sure it doesn't have that. We looked real close. It's turkey and something else. Looks like some kind of ham. That's on it, turkey and ham. Sometimes they have one with roast beef. Okay, so I've got jokes of the day here. Let's see what this is about. It was a really hot day at the office due to a malfunction with the air conditioning system. There were about 20 people in close quarters, and everyone was sweating, even with a fan on. All of a sudden, people started to wrinkle their noses at an odor passing through the air. It was the most hideous smell anyone had ever smelled. One man, popping his head out of his cubicle, said, "Oh man, someone's deodorant isn't working." A man in the corner replied, "It can't be me, I'm not wearing any." So, there you go. Oh, let me get a drink of coffee. Okay, and thought of the day. Wait a minute, I didn't read the first one, did I? Okay, true hospitality is making your guests feel like they are at home, all the while you really wish they were at home. Okay. Thought of the day is from E.E. Cummings. I've heard that name before. The most wasted of days is one without laughter. I agree. I really agree on that. Okay, I saw him. What was I saw about this? Where'd it go? That one's. Was it that one I wanted to use? I don't think so. I think it was this one. This one says, "Match the pair. Can you name these iconic duos?" I don't know if the heat's making my wrist itch over here. There's no poison ivy on it. I looked at it with a flashlight, and I don't know why it's itching. Okay, let me put it on take quiz. In the 60s, excuse me, I haven't got much sleep lately. and not able to sleep well. In the 60s, what were Simon and Garfunkel? Rock duo, comedy double act, car manufacturers, cartoon cat and mouse. Simon and Garfunkel. Well, everybody's heard of Simon and Garfunkel. Maybe young people might not have heard of them, but they have just awesome songs. But I don't know if I would call them a rock duo though. Like a bridge over troubled water. That isn't exactly, rock. But I'll say rock. Okay, I don't know where they got that. I mean, I would call them like, what, elevator music duo or something? I don't know. Calmness. Well. Next question. So it was rock duo. With whom did Robert Bonnie team up in the 30s? Everybody's probably seen it. There's a lot of movies of these two. How about Gary, Al, Clyde, Jesse? The notorious Bonnie and Gary. Doesn't sound right, does it? Here, everybody. Here comes Bonnie and Al. Get them, everybody. It's Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde in full. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow were a robbery team that became notorious in the United States for their flamboyant encounters with police and the sensationalism of their exploits. Okay, keep on going. Which of these are characters from the television sitcom I Love Lucy? And yes, we still watch that sometimes. I Love Lucy. Lucy Davis and Sonny. Lucy Griffiths and Fonzie. Lucy, Ricardo, and Ricky. Lucy Lawless and Bruce Camp. Where do they get these names? They got Lucy on all of them, though. Of course, it's Lucy and Ricky. Lucy. Where's the, oh, there it is. I say it's Lucy, Ricardo, and Ricky. It is Lucy. Sonny and which other singer formed the popular 60s pop band? They're calling this one a pop band, and they're calling Simon and Garfunkel rock. Sonny and Adele, Madonna, Dua Lipa, Cher. Well, that was, I remember, do y'all remember watching the show on TV? I Got You, Babe. That's one of my favorite songs. I had a real nice little jib jab when I was doing them. I'll have to find that one, and I send it out on what is it? Community post every now and then or something. But it's Sonny and Cher. Right. Which of these is a song performed by the pop duo Sonny and Cher in 1965? I don't think I can use this one because I just said the answer. So it's I Got You, Babe, so I'm not going to use that one. I didn't know it would be the next one. I Got You, Babe. What U.S. TV competition pairs celebrities with professional dancers? America's Got Talent, American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, The X Factor. Okay? And that would be Dancing with the Stars. Yes. We watched it a little bit when it first came out, but we don't really watch it anymore. I don't know. It's okay. Let's see. Which of the following was a popular American comedy duo? Abbott and Costello, Batman and Robin, Sam and Dave, Simon and Garfunkel. Hey, they're a rock duo, you know? Okay. Hey, Abbott! Remember that? Oh man, those movies were funny. They were hilarious. They didn't have many, you know, special effects back then, so the monsters and stuff looked really, really fake. I forget what some of those movies are. Like they'll be in where there's like a Egyptian pyramid or something, and there'll be mummies and stuff chasing Abbott. It was, I don't know. You can't compare them to anybody else. They did that one skit, Who's on First, or whatever. That was hilarious. I mean, and it was, I think everybody in the world must have heard that at one point in time. So anyway, yeah, Abbott and Costello. Which cartoon mouse is constantly chased by Tom? Speedy, Pinky, Mickey, Jerry. Remember this show? I wonder if they've toned it down a little bit. That and what's that one with Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner, or something? That one and this one here had so much violence in it. I mean, you know, you'd sit there and bonk your brother on the head before it was over with. You know, my little brother would get carried away and stuff. He would like hit me sometimes and run off, you know, like I was going to chase it and stuff. Okay, who's chased by Tom? Not Speedy, not Pinky, but Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Yep, never does catch a mouse. Which of Shakespeare's plays tells of a pair of star-crossed lovers? Antony and Cleopatra, Frankie and Johnny, Pyramus and Thisbe. What? Romeo and Juliet. Everybody, that's another thing probably at some point in time everybody's heard about somehow. They probably still do the play, you know, lots of plays. It's Romeo and Juliet. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? What movie star did Prince Rainier III of Monaco marry in 1956? Marilyn Monroe, Betty Davis, Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly. Okay, and very, very beautiful woman, Grace Kelly. I believe she died in a car wreck, I'm pretty sure, and they say it was kind of suspicious, I think. I remember, I don't know if it'll say anything in here about it. It doesn't say anything about, you know, the wreck in here. But, yeah. So, Grace Kelly, she was in a few movies. Let's see where it says. She was in Mogambo, 1953. And The Country Girl in 1954. And I don't really see any others mentioned here. Okay. Which famous cartoon dog solves mysteries along with his owner, Shaggy? Goofy, Pluto, Snoopy, Scooby-Doo. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Ruh-roh. Raggy. Yeah, Scoob. Here's a Scoob snack. Scooby-Doo and Logan, to this day, I still like Scooby-Doo. I always used to watch them with the kids. And Logan's got quite a few of the movies, the longer ones, and I think he's got some of the shorter ones too. We watch them every now and then. It's really cool. There's one of them though, I don't know, they've had a different artist or something, but they had he always had weird like shadows on everything. It looked, I don't know, didn't look right. You may remember what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's it. I got all 10 right today. I love stuff about, actors, actresses, movies and stuff. Love trivia of that kind. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Definitely check out the bloopers and talking with Kitty video later on. Bye everyone, and God bless.